Uncle, I have a question. What's the worst deed? I have a few examples. Like, for example, killing animals, killing anything, or being rude to a guru. So, which one will be the worst in specific?
Namaste to all. It's a very, very beautiful question from a small kid in London. I hope you heard his voice. The question was, which one is the worst deed? Like he's giving example that being rude to a guru or killing an animal, etc. So which one we can consider as worst deed? He was asking a question. I also encourage people to ask questions, especially the younger generation people. They will have a lot of questions in their mind. The more they ask the question and we try to clarify the answers, the more the chance that they try to adopt the Vedic Dharma. Okay. So if you want to ask questions to me, you can write to me your mobile number at yourvedas@gmail.com. Then I can contact you on WhatsApp, or you can send your questions in the YouTube channel as well as or to my email ID. So the answer to this question, of course, I answered to that kid, but I thought of making a video also. The worst deed, basically killing is surely a worst deed. Himsa parmo dharma. When Maharishi Danan Saraswati, when he explains the Manusmriti Dashakam Dharma Lakshanam, Maharishi would have explained 11. Manusmriti speaks about 10 Dharma Lakshanas. Maharishi would have mentioned about 11 Dharma Lakshanas, because Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Ahimsa is the base of all the dharmas. Paramo Dharma, Param Dharma. So killing an animal is surely a very, very bad deed. Very, very worst deed, killing an animal. That means killing an animal without a proper, you kill a snake or you kill some animal to protect yourself. That's a different case. But killing an animal for eating their flesh or killing an animal for our pleasure, it's really a worst deed. Killing an animal is actually stealing their life. So I had earlier made a video on 7 worst deeds, and the first worst deed is stealing. So killing an animal is also stealing their life without their permission, and they are not doing anything to you. A cow is living normally its life, and then or a chicken is leading its life. We are taking away their life. It's stealing their life. So stealing is one of the worst deeds. Stealing others' property, others' money, others' ideas, stealing or killing an animal, this all comes under stealing. That's a worst deed, number 1. Number 2 is engaging in immoral deeds or vibhachara. Vibhachara is very, very worst deed. Immoral deeds in the sense I mentioned to him as immoral deeds, but vibhachara means sexual impurity. That is also a worst deed. Then number 3 is abortion. Killing a small child in the mother's womb is abortion, as you know, and that is a very, very worst deed. These are all mentioned in Nirukta. These are all not my knowledge. These are all mentioned by Rishi in Nirukta. And the 4th one is being rude to Guru. He was asking, right? That is also one of the worst deeds. So insulting Paramatma, insulting Acharya, and insulting Vedas. These 3 comes under the Brahmahatya dosh. So Brahmahatya dosh is also a very, very worst deed, highest sins. And another one is consuming alcohol. Consuming alcohol, spirit, beer, etc., etc. Even if you say that this beer is non-alcoholic beer, but the intention for you to drink that non-alcoholic beer is to enjoy, you want to get that kick. So that is also consuming alcohol only. So consuming alcohol, surapan karna, is very, very worst deed. And the other one is repetition of a sin. Like you are doing a sin for one time. Okay, fine. Everybody will do sin for first time, but repeating the sin is a worst deed. We cannot repeat the same sin again. One time by mistake something has happened. Okay, fine. But can you stop the next time? If you stop it, it's good. Otherwise, repeating the sin is a worst deed. And last one, 7th biggest sin is hiding a sin. Hiding a sin or helping a person who is doing a sin to, somebody has killed someone and he has come to your home, and then you're saying, okay, you take shelter in my home, I'll give you shelter, so don't worry. So hiding a sin hiding a sinner, etc., etc. This is also worst deed. So this is the answer to that child's first question. And he also asked another question yesterday, very beautiful question. I think this one.
Hello, Uncle. I have one question. Is creation and destruction immediate, or is it a long process where God destroys everything and it takes time? Hello.
So I don't know if you heard it. The question is creation and destruction immediate, or is it will take time? Of course, I answered to him. Just to clarify to all of you, for people who do not know it, creation and destruction are always continuous, but it's not immediate in the sense just when God starts creating the universe, like in mentioned in Bible and Quran, the creation happens in 7 days time. No, creation takes a lot of time, because this universe, you see the amount, the magnanimity of this universe, creating such a universe and then sustaining the universe. It is a scientific process. It is not a magical, it's not a magic, it's a scientific process. So creation takes time, like a child taking birth from the mother's womb, it takes time. Similarly, from prakriti, this vikriti, this universe is getting created. As per estimate, 6 Chatur Yuga is the time taken to create the universe, and 6 Chatur Yuga is the time taken to destroy the universe. 6 Chatur Yuga is almost 43 million years when you count the day and night with the current, current day and night, 24 hours a day. In that calculation, almost 6 Chatur Yuga is 6 7s of 42 to 43 million years it takes for Paramatma to create this entire universe. So it is not immediate as a magic. And Paramatma creates. One thing is Paramatma creates, and he also has a reason for creation. Why he creates the universe is very clearly mentioned in the Rig Veda, in all the 4 Vedas. I made several videos. So creation is not instantaneous, it's not spontaneous. It takes a lot of time to create this universe. But if you compare with the lifespan of universe, 42 million years it takes to create the universe. But the lifespan of the universe, after creating the universe, how many years the universe will sustain? 4.3 billion years. So you spend 42 million, Paramatma spends in the sense Paramatma takes 42 million years to create, but he sustains the universe for 4.32 billion years. Then after that the Pralaya stage will come, and Pralaya is also for approximately 4.3 billion years. So it's not immediate, spontaneous, but it is continuous cycle. There is no stoppage. Creation, maintenance, destruction. Then again creation, maintenance, destruction, and Pralaya. These are continuous. Cycle is continuous, unstoppable. Paramatma does not stop it. Unstoppable, but it is continuous, but not spontaneous, not immediate. So it takes time to create the universe, and similarly, it takes time to destroy the universe also. Destruction also, like somebody is dead, his body is dead, that's it. But if his body does not vanish, if somebody is dead, immediately the body does not vanish. It takes time for the body to vanish. So creation, sustenance and destruction are continuous but not spontaneous, but not immediate. That we must understand. Yeah, is there any reference Veda mantra for saying that moksha is for one parantakal? Because in the light of truth, Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati gave Mundaka Upanishad 3.2.5 as a reference. But is there any Veda mantra supporting this? Yeah, I have read in this Purusha Sukta. I just have this book from Rig Veda Adi Bhashya Bhumika. Purusha Sukta, mantra number 20, mantra number 16. Yajnena yajnam ayajanta deva sthani dharmani prathamani yasan tehanakam mahimanah sachanta yatra purve sadayah santi devaha. Here nakam means moksha, the time. So Maharishi writes in this that the learned men who qualified themselves in the past, and those who are qualifying themselves now, and those who will qualify themselves in the future, obtained and will obtain this highest state of bliss called as Nakaha, to be enjoyed for 100 years of Brahma. In the Sanskrit Bhashya, he has mentioned about Tehanakam Mahimanah, he has expanded that word as 100 Brahma years, which is approximately 36,000 times into 2 into 4.32 billion years, during which period there is no return from the cycle of birth and death. So this is the Nakaha time, the moksha time. It is mentioned in Purusha Sukta, mantra number 16, that you must understand. See, if anything is mentioned in the Upanishads, it is not the self-knowledge of the rishis. All the rishis, they got knowledge from Paramatma, and the rishis wrote their books. No rishi munis have their own knowledge. Humans have their own knowledge because Manushyaha Anritam Vadanti. We have our own knowledge because humans Anritam Vadanti, jhoot bolte hain. But Rishi Muni Satya bolte hain, and Satya, truth is always from Paramatma. Truth is not from human beings. So Rishi Munis, whatever they have written is truth. That truth is come from Paramatma, and that truth is called as Vedas. That we must understand. And one more question which came to me yesterday. I have one question. Why most traditional Gurukuls emphasize the Vedic mantras for chanting practice like Ganapata, Padapata, Kramapata, Danda, etc.? And why much importance not given for finding out the true meaning of the Vedas? Why not Arya Samaj give much importance for this? Why not Arya? I have one question. Why most traditional? See, even Arya Samaj, a traditional Gurukul, they will teach the chanting of Veda mantras for the students many years. Recently, last year I saw in Vanaprastha Sadhaka Ashram where they are teaching to chant Veda mantras. And of course, they will explain the meaning of the some mantras, not all the mantras initially. They will teach Ashtadhyaya, they will teach Vyakaran, Ashtadhyaya, then they will teach Nirukta, they will teach Darshanas, they will teach other Granthas to understand the concept of the Vedas, and they will again side by side teach Veda mantras also. Why all the traditional Gurukuls are only focusing on chanting practice? It's, see, basically they do not know the meaning of the Veda mantras. That's the problem. Arya Samaj teaches both, and of course that Acharya, I think Satyajit Acharya, was telling that, we do not have the knowledge of the Samaveda traditional chanting because it is, we don't have such an Acharya, but we also help our students to chant Samaveda in a regular tune, but with the not with the traditional swara. So, and if you go to some South India ashrams in Gurukuls in near Chennai or in Kerala, they will teach you Samaveda, traditional Samaveda chanting with the proper Samagana method. But they will not teach the meaning. Why? Because they themselves do not know the meaning. The meaning what they have is they refer to the book of Sayana, they refer to the book of Shankaracharya, where many, if you read the meaning of those books, you will get frightened. Oh, Vedas, these things are written, so let me not focus on meaning, let me focus on only chanting. But if they understand the real meaning of those Veda mantras commented by a Veda Vidwan, then they will also have ruchi in studying the meaning of the mantras. Like Nirukta says very clearly in Satyartha Prakash Maharishi has written, mere studying and chanting of Veda mantra is of no use. Why? It's like as if Yaska Muni says that you are standing under a tree on a hot summer day and you are very hungry. The tree is full of delicious fruits, but you are just standing and not plucking the fruit and eating. You are hungry, you are standing on the just below the tree. The fruit is just in the distance where you can reach, pluck it and then eat it, but you are not doing it. This is the equivalent example. He says just merely chanting the mantras and not knowing the meaning of it is like this only. You are hungry, you are not able or you are not willing to pluck the fruits and then eat it. And one more person has told that except a few Samaveda mantras, all your Samaveda mantras are not Samaveda mantras. They are from Yajurveda or some from Brahmanas, says one person from a Sanskrit college. Okay, see, everybody can have their own view, but I have the proof of the mantras what I have been chanting, and it is verified by my Acharya. My Acharya does every year 4 Veda Anushthan, and this year also he finished Samaveda chanting, and I follow the same Grantha, so I have the proof. If somebody says that this is not Samaveda, this is a Brahmana Granth, then it is their own personal opinion. But what I know is my Acharya is yogi, and when my Acharya says, it should be truth. And also Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati confirms the mantras, whatever I have been explaining Samveda mantras. They are all really from Samveda only. But also his direct disciples have written Samveda Bhashya also, which tallies with the mantras what I am. In fact, I am referring to the meaning, the Bhashya I am referring to Arya Samaj only. The original I am referring to another book. So this you must understand. So if somebody says, no, this is all from Brahmana Granthas, then it's okay, it's their wish. So you can ask more questions later on. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.